Okay, here we are again. Second declension masculine over here. First declension feminine here. Second declension neuter nouns over here. We're gonna look at some prepositions again. So let's look at the preposition hupo with the accusative. So our object of the preposition will be in the accusative case, and then here hupo with the genitive case. So let's look at accusative first. So if we say hupo with the accusative, so let's take a second declension masculine. So it's going to be hupoton oikon, meaning something would be underneath, right? Underneath the house. That's basically what we're saying. So hupo, if it would be under, right? So get a few English words to help us remember. That's where hypo comes from. Since upsilon as a capital letter looks like a Y, that's why you see when it comes into English quite often it's hypo as opposed to hupo. So anyway, um, so yeah, hupo like underneath, right? Hupoton oikon. So ton, tau, omicron, nu, oikon, right? So there you go. And then now if we move that out of the way, and now we look at hupo with the genitive. So now we're saying by something, right? It's in the sense of not like being near, that would be para, but in the sense of like, let's use a person. Like, do we have any kind of, we could use this sheep right here, right? So to probaton, the sheep. So when we're talking about maybe the grass in the field being eaten, and it's like, these, έφαγε, how do you say grass? I think it's poa. Yeah, pόαν. Tis έφαγον, or tis έφαγε τον πόαν. Also muy okay. P omicron alpha. I think that's how you say grass, but in any case, so it's like, who ate this, right? So we could say έφαγε, it was eaten by somebody, right? So we want to say hupo and then put this in the genitive. So it'd be tu probatu. Tu probatu. So the accent would actually move over here above the alpha. Probatu. So with this link, this is short. This less, we can do a video on accenting, but accenting is all driven by like, what is this last syllable? Is it short or long? So since it's short, we're able to go over 3 syllables, but as soon as this becomes the diphthong omicron upsilon in the genitive, tu probatu, then that kind of yanks over the accent. The stress has to be now over the second syllable, probatu. So hupo tu probatu. So that would be by the sheep. So the food was eaten, or the grass was eaten by the sheep, right? Hupo tu probatu. So that's how we use hupo with the genitive, meaning by, in that sense of by, right? So there we go. Those two, like we said, we looked at hupo with the accusative, hupo with the genitive. Now let's look at perī. Let's look at that, right? So we got perī with the accusative, perī versus perī with the genitive. If we have perī with the accusative, then it's like, let's see, what do I have here? Hotopos, yeah, we can see the place. Peritontopon, so peritontopon, so peri meaning around, so peritontopon, right? So, or peritontopon, right? So it's going around the place. If it's in the accusative, right, then it's around, right? But if it's in the genitive, right, now it's about, so concerning something. So if we're talking about a place, and it's like, Hemes la lumen, we're speaking about, we're conversing about, Hemes la lumen, peritu topu, about the place, we could say that. And if it's in the genitive, then it's about, right? So, if we were talking about the law, peritu nomu, again, this would be tu, this would be the genitive tu, and the sigma would drop out, would be omicron upsilon. Peritu nomu, we're talking about the law. Concerning the law, we're having a discussion. Hemes la lumen peritu nomu. If we're like talking about, let's do first declension, perites hemeras, we're talking concerning or about the day, right? We could do that. I think this is quite often referred to or thought of as a promise. Not really in a taking an oath sort of sense, but more of like just kind of a, because the base word angelia has to do with message. So like, you know, some message that was given upon, like epi, we'll get into that preposition sometime. But you know, anyway, it's kind of the idea of a promise, something that was declared. So yeah, petty with the genitive. So if we're talking about the promise, perites apangelias, perites apangelias. That's it. Um, Actually, no, I do want to point out in the last video I made a mistake on the accent. When this goes to the genitive and the dative, this alpha becomes long. So it kind of yanks over the accent over here. So it is tes aletheas. Tes aletheas. I think I was doing like if we did, let's see, let's do this. Oh, wait, actually, I don't think I published that, so I actually guess that's kind of moot point, but I guess I can do petty then here. So, petty with the genitive, if we're talking about the truth, perites aletheas, perites aletheas. So the accent would move over here, perites in the genitive, aletheas, so concerning the truth. So, yeah, I guess another one here, like soon with the dative, right, means with. So soon with the dative. So if we take this first declension noun, love, right, means love. So if we say te, so tau with a subiota here would, and we get rid of that accent, it would just be an acute or a grave, depending on the situation. But perite agape, so we'd have a subiota here to indicate dative. Agape, and then we'd have subiota here to indicate dative. But soon, with the dative for agape, be with love, right? With the love. Okay. And yeah, I guess that's it.